Welcome back, everybody. This is going to be our Algebra 2 series and sequences unit, lesson 1, sequences homework review, part 5. There have been 4 other parts before, and so this is going to be the next one. And again, please, ladies and gentlemen, if you found any videos helpful, especially this one, please give it a like and subscribe channel if you have not done so already. All right, so in the previous problem, for question number 6, we were finding, in this case, the formula, in this case, to represent the sequence for each of the given sequences here. And so in this one, we have the same situation, except the type of formula we're using is recursive definition. And remember, recursive definition has two different parts to it. No, we have what's called an initial condition. Okay, and I'll type this out here. All right, we have initial condition, which is just going to be, in this case, A1. I'll put this little subscript here. Okay. And so that's not big, that's not so bad though. The next part we need is going to be what's called the recursion formula. Oops, you can tell how bad my handwriting is. Recursion formula is going to be, in this case, the formula that we use to figure out the next term based upon the previous term. So we need these two items here. I'll put them together. All right. All right, so A1's not a big deal. Okay, it's the formula we want to figure out in this case. Some of them will be easier than others, though. So let's take a look here. All right, for question A, we see our first term, which will be our initial condition, is 8. So we say in this case, A1 equals 8. That's our initial condition. Now, what we want to do is we want to see how each of the, what do we do to the first term to get the second term? And is it the same rule we get used to get from the second to the third? And the same rule we're going to the third to the fourth. It looks like we're taking away 2 from 8 to get 6, take away 2 from 6 to get 4, take away 2 from 4 to get 2, and so on and so forth. So we would say in this case, our nth term is going to be the previous term. Now I use the previous term as a sub n minus 1. All right? And we'll take away 2. Now, I have seen this also as a sub n, a of n, equals a of n minus 1 minus 2. Either one of these is a proper recursion formula. Why? Because what it tells us is the nth term, when plugging in for n, for the number 1, 2, 3, or 4, for the first, second, third, fourth term, we will take the previous term, the nth minus n minus 1 term, and then take away 2. So this would be our recursion formula, a of n equals a of n minus 1 minus 2. And then, of course, our initial condition is going to be a1 is equal to 8. Okay, so not so bad, not so bad. And now let's take a look at the second one, and we see here for the second one, our initial condition is going to be 2. Again, initial condition is usually pretty okay. It usually tells the first one, but now we got to figure out how we're going to find the next term. Well, from 2 to 6, it looks like adding 4, but I don't add 4 to get to 18. So adding by 4 is not working out. We do notice that if we multiply by 3, 2 times 3 in this case, so we get 6, and 6 times 3 gives us 18, and 18 times 3, that equals 54. So it looks like we're going to take the previous term. If I take this, to find the first term, I multiply by 3 to get the second term. So we would say in this case, in the second, to find the third term, I take the second term and multiply by 3. Therefore, we would say a of n equals 3 times a of n minus 1. And again, if you want to write in this form too, a of n in this almost like in a function notation, 3, Just clean this up a little bit here. Three of a n minus 1. Now, either one's fine. Either one's fine. All right. However, if you were going to use the second one, I would probably say use a1 is equal to 2. So if you're going to use this almost like a function notation here, I would use that as my initial condition. Or if I'm using subscripts, I would use this here. So, and I'll probably change the subscript for this one. All right, as a1 equals 8 for the top one, just to make sure we have the same consistency. Okay? All right. Now for the third one. Third one, again, the initial condition doesn't seem so bad. All right, it looks like in this case our first term is 2. So we'll say in this case a1 is 2. But let's see how we go from the first term to second term. Well, I'm not taking away 4. I could take away 4, add 4, take away 4, add 4. But it's not the same rule. However, we could see this as times -1, meaning in this case 2 times -1 is -2. I multiply -2 times -1 to get +2. And then I multiply 2 by -1, I get -2. So it looks like in this case that we're multiplying the previous term by -1 to get the next term. So we would say in this case, a of n is equal to a of n minus 1 times -1, or I might write this way, put the -1 in the front, -1 a sub n minus 1. Also, if you want to write in that function form here, a of 1 equals 2, a of n is equal to a of n minus 1 times -1. I'll put the -1 here. Oh, let me rewrite this. Sorry, put the -1 in the front as a coefficient. A of, oops, sorry, a of n minus 1. Okay, so again, subscripts and function notation. Okay, now which one is the correct one to use? Is there a different way to do this? Yeah, the funny thing is about these different formulas, you can write them in a different way. It might be more complicated or more simplistic, but if you get to say the same sequence, then you're okay though. All right, so understand in this case that there's more than one way to write our formulas, especially for recursion formulas and all. But the concept of a recursive definition is that you're basically trying to find the next term based upon some adjustment to the previous term. Okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the end of our Algebra 2 series and sequences unit, lesson 1, sequences, homework review, part 5. Part 5. Yeah, we'll make sure we have enough time to cover everything. And looks like we're going to try to finish, hopefully, the next video, if not the following video. So, you know what? But hopefully they're helpful. These are helpful to you guys. I know some of you guys are like, yeah, I learned this already before in the previous class, but, you know, things get a little more challenging. And so hopefully, again, these are helpful for your learning. Thanks so much for watching, though. Please give this video a like. Really appreciate it and all. And if you have not subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel. All right? And thanks so much for everyone for watching. Appreciate whether and please ask questions, too. That's the other thing, too. Ask questions or make comments and all. And I just want to make sure that, you guys are learning. That's the key thing and all. All right? So if there's anything I can help fill in, please let me know. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care and be safe.